Well, hello there, family. I didn't see you there. And welcome back to another edition of Midweek Moment with the Crenshaws. I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the best part of my day.
Family.
Dog, I am trying to do the introduction.
No, family. I was trying to do it with him. Midweek Moments with the Crenshaw. He had my microphone.
Let me go ahead and
He had my microphone muted.
Fade out my music because she just messed up the whole vibe. There was a vibe going on, family.
I wanted to do the vibe with you, and the next thing I know, my microphone was muted. I didn't even get a chance to say Midweek Moment with the Crenshaw.
Family, I had a whole vibe going on.
You
it was
have
beautiful.
A vibe.
It was lovely.
Go ahead.
And like always, family, just like always.
She's back.
She is back, family.
She is back.
Good Lord.
That's all I got to say. I'm back.
Family, I don't know if you noticed, but I've been had some blissful episodes and, kind of doing my own thing.
Oh my goodness. Were they blissful?
Blissful.
Wow.
And then like any good wife that see her husband having fun, she want to put a stop to it.
You know what? I rebuke you.
I'm just saying.
I rebuke you.
There's certain things in life.
Listen.
There's certain things in life that a wife does not like to see her husband do.
I hope people just throw potatoes.
So I'm just saying. So I'm gonna name off them things real quick.
At you when they hear this.
They don't like to see the husband leave up the seat in the toilet seat. They don't like to see that.
That's horrible.
They don't like to see that.
Who does that? That's first of all, that's selfish.
Yeah, they don't like to see that.
That's selfish.
I'm just saying, but the same way I lifted it up, you can lift it down, but we're not gonna go there because apparently your arm don't go in that motion. But that's okay.
Because that's not the original way it's supposed to be, baby. That's
Who
selfish.
said? Oh, anyway. So that's one. So a wife does not like seeing her husband leave the toilet seat up.
Here you go.
A wife does not like to see her husband leave a cabinet door open.
That makes okay, player. First of all, I'm 5'2". The cabinet's already tall. So if I'm not paying attention and you got the cabinet door open, all that happens is I done hit my head. So no, why would you leave any... Okay. Oh my goodness, you're trying to get me so early in the game. Why would you leave the cabinet doors open?
Anyway, because maybe I wasn't done in the cabinet. Maybe I'm still pulling out seasonings
in a whole
out the
nother
cabinet.
room.
Maybe I'm still thinking about what season I want to use for the chicken because I still season my chicken.
Because
so maybe
nothing.
I'm thinking.
You're in another room, baby.
So once again,
we're not gonna do this housekeeping thing.
So
we not.
You ain't let it. So here we go. Here we go. Maybe we'll double back to it, but right now we in it.
Just can't believe.
So family. So once again, a wife does not like seeing her husband leave the toilet seat open. A wife does not like seeing her husband leave the cabinet doors open. A wife does not like to see her husband have fun.
This is first of all, we have fun together.
Right, together. You don't like seeing me have fun. Like if we involved in the fun, if you was involved in it, oh yeah, you all for it. But if you happen to look off and I'm having some fun by myself in a way that does not include you, oh, now you're mad.
That's not true because you play the game all the time and you have a great time. I do not get involved.
And you have an attitude the whole time.
I don't have an attitude, but I don't even be able to say.
You still playing the game.
Well, if I'm not in the room with you, babe, I give you a whole hour. But after an hour, bro.
What do you mean a whole hour?
I gave you an hour.
I
gave you 60 minutes.
You almost had me do it. I'm a grown.
I'm just saying.
But
no, go ahead. You
and then
do you.
Finally,
there's another
last, but not because it's a list of 4. It's the toilet seat. It's the cabinet door. It's having fun, and it's breathing. Wives don't really like seeing husbands breathe.
No. I don't like seeing you or hearing you snore or breathe hard.
That's breathing, though. That's breathing.
Breathing hard. Now, that's a problem for me.
I'm just saying.
Other than that, but I like to see you breathing. When you breathing, if I don't hear you snoring, to be honest, I go touch your chest or your back to make sure you're still breathing. You're still here. I'm not a stalker, baby.
Well, hello there, family. I didn't see you there.
Really?
Welcome back to another edition of Midweek Moment with the Crenshaws. Because now she just want to do something new. We ain't never done that before, but now she just want to do something new. I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw. I am regretfully joined by the best part of my day, the apple of my eye.
Yes, I am.
The wind beneath my wings.
That's a quick win.
The rib that completes me.
You're completed.
The Trixie to my Ed.
Honeymooners.
There you go.
Come on.
But you know what though? In all honesty though, I really did expect you to get that one.
You didn't?
I expected you to get that one.
Why?
Because that's your time frame.
You.
That's the era you grew up in. So I knew for sure you'd get that one. I'm like,
want to punch you.
I'm just saying, I saw those like the syndicated reruns, like the reruns of the reruns. You got to see it when they first aired.
I did not.
On that little black and white.
You're such a horrible
You did,
person.
right? You had the one knob.
You're a horrible
Y'all had
person.
3 channels.
You're a horrible person.
2 of those channels was the news.
You a hater.
I'm just saying.
Do the house clip.
So family.
Continue the house clip. Not
Family,
house
we
clip,
just welcome
house
you,
clip.
family.
Hi, family. I'm back.
Yeah, family, she is
Are
back.
you back?
No, I missed her though. I missed her like a toothache. She is back.
I was back.
So family, and once again, we just welcome you for our new family members. However you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Play, whether it's Amazon Music, whether it's iHeartRadio, whether it's iHeartRadio or on our own personal website at www.
Are you wore out?
You got me, man. I'm already out of energy, man. You sucked the whole life out of me already. We ain't even 10 minutes into the episode yet.
I'm sorry.
On our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. And family, of course, for our returning family members.
What is going on, family? Welcome back.
You know how we feel about you.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you. Heart, soul, mind, body, all of it. We just love you, family. We just thank you.
Soul, mind, body.
All of it.
Okay, I'm gonna let you rock out.
All of it. We just love you.
We love you.
And we appreciate you, family. Whether you're a new family member, whether you're a returning family member, we just love you. And we just thank you for being a part.
Yeah.
As always, welcome to the cookout.
Yeah.
Make sure you bring some aluminum foil so you can wet bake.
Take something with you.
So you can take something with you. Now, the crazy part throughout all this 25-minute intro, my wife has not said her name.
Oh my gosh.
At any point in time.
Oh my goodness. What's going on, family? What is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw.
She is. That's my wife, family. But for some reason, she's about to say her name was Aaliyah. I don't know what was going on. She was about to give you a whole nother alias.
Hey, let me just tell y'all what's going on right now, family.
What?
Okay?
Tell me what's going on.
He ditched me.
I ditched you.
Ditched me Friday.
That was pleasantries.
You know,
it was pleasant.
It
was bliss.
And he ditched me, and so I didn't know what to do, and so now I'm off key because I don't know how to handle myself.
Off key.
Off key.
Off. That's what they say.
Off key.
Off key.
As if I was singing. Off key.
Yeah, family. Angela is my wife. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that.
I gotta get back into the swing of things.
But my thing is, okay, I don't care if you don't do the podcast for 18 weeks. Right. How you forget your name? Your whole government name.
I could do it again.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We are 35 minutes and 24 seconds into the opening.
I feel sorry for people on this midweek moment. They're like, what?
We is
in
good.
The world? We's good.
We is good. Family, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
We are.
What that means is that we can be found on the socials.
Yes, come on.
We're on Instagram.
We are Instas. We got Instas, y'all.
Go with that again, family.
We are Instas, family.
We on Twitter.
We tweet.
And we're on Facebook, all on the Crenshaw Corner.
Bookers.
And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yes, you can.
Now, family, I don't know. I promise you, she not drunk, family. She don't even drink. She don't drink or do drugs.
I don't.
She don't drink, don't smoke. What do? She don't drink, don't smoke. What do she do? Sudden innuendos. Must be something inside. You don't even know what it is, do you, girl? You don't even know what it is.
Nope, don't know.
Adam Ant. That's what that is, girl.
Say it again, who?
Adam Ant. A-N-T. British rocker.
First of all, when
from
is the
the
last
80s.
time you heard a song from Adam Ant?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
He had that one. He had that hit.
He had that one hit.
Because you don't drink, don't smoke. What do? You don't drink, don't smoke. What do? Sudden innuendo. Hey, must be something inside. I'm saying. That's that music right there. Anyway.
Okay.
So family.
Family, we sorry.
Welcome back.
We just gonna apologize.
No. Hey, it's a moment. We do it how we want to do it.
Yes.
So family, listen. Oh. Listen.
Family.
Yes.
I'm trying to bless you again.
Bless them.
The 20th.
The 20th.
It's Father's Day.
Father's Day.
This entire month.
Yes, ma'am.
It's Father's Day.
It's Father's Day. Father's month. Father's month.
Do not. I'm trying to save some family members. Don't get no tie. No socks.
I don't even care if your father's like, I love a tie. Don't get that man a tie.
No.
That man deserves more than a tie.
No grill utensils.
No, because you just want him to grill for you.
No.
Do something from the heart. Just don't do nothing last minute just because, I got to go get something.
Send a masseuse to him or send him out for a massage.
Do something.
A facial. What? A facial. A facial.
Can we say that on the air?
I don't know.
This a Christian network.
I don't know.
Can we say that?
I don't know.
That sounded pornography.
It did, didn't it?
That sounded dirty.
Listen.
Is this an After Dark episode?
That After Dark episode.
Oh, okay.
Get him a manicure and a pedicure.
Man, do that.
Get
man,
him
do
a
that.
facial. Buy him some roses.
Hold on for a second. I'm sorry. I think you got Mother's Day and Father's Day confused because everything you naming off is stuff that you do.
No. Okay, so you're telling me because I send you to get massages. Number one.
But baby, you don't.
I pay for you to get facials.
Baby, you done a whole spa day though. I mean, you went to the facials, the
Dad,
chocolate.
But to be honest, that would be wonderful for a dad to get a full spa day to where he get his feet done, his hands done, a facial, a massage. Baby, you wouldn't. Baby, you get spa days. Don't even get on this mic acting like you don't get a massage, you don't get a pedicure, manicure. Don't do that.
See my face?
I see your face.
When the last time you seen my feet? You don't even look at my feet no more. When the last time you seen them? Huh? You don't even look at them. You don't even know.
I give up.
Do I still have all my toes on my foot? You don't know. You don't even look at my feet
Because
no more.
I'm not gonna do your feet. I'm gonna pay somebody else to do it.
21 years. You don't even look at my feet. You don't even know if I still have feet.
Because I'm not gonna do your feet.
I could have replaced my feet by now. You don't even know.
Baby, first of all, someone else need to do that, not me. Why would I do that?
I could have Indonesian feet right now. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know. You don't even look. So you're going to talk about you do my feet.
I didn't say I do your feet. I said someone else do your feet. I didn't say I.
First of all, because you tricked me.
Angela do your feet.
You tricked me.
That was in the beginning of our marriage.
Years ago.
That was in the beginning of our marriage.
Anyway.
We
so
too
family.
Deep. We too deep in now. Somebody else needs to do that.
Whatever, dog. Family, as we saying, it is Father's Day month.
It is
Father's Day month. All month long.
Yes.
It's a celebration of fatherhood. Yes. It's a celebration of fathers. We decided to do this because Okay, did you do this? Did you actually say the lyrics correctly?
I said celebrate good times. Come on, right?
Okay, there you go.
Come on now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because before, I don't know what you was saying. You was destroying that post song.
Yeah, I don't want to say what I said before because it's not good.
But family, we decided to actually take the full month and just celebrate fathers.
Yes,
once again, celebrate fatherhood. Celebrate because if you look, let's be honest for a moment, family.
You gonna do this again?
I'm gonna keep doing it until it change.
Okay.
Until I see a change in the world.
Okay, baby, go ahead.
If you listen to society, if you watch television, if you watch Instagram, whatever, people will have you believing that A, fathers are not important, that B, fathers that you don't even need fathers, and then the fathers that are there are buffoons. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of things that paint a father in good light. So what we decided to do here in Crenshaw Corner is that for the full month of June, we just want to celebrate.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So, and my wife alluded to past Friday's episode.
So good, guys.
Fathers Knows Best.
If you guys have not listened to Fathers Knows Best, I got some questions about that for you too,
Do
though.
you?
Please go listen. It was incredible. It was so incredible.
So I had the honor and the privilege of sitting down with 3 other fathers and just having open and honest dialogue. We had one father who was a new father. His baby girl, like 10 months old, so he is still in the brand new phase. His baby still got the new baby smell and, and he's still trying to figure out how to maneuver this thing called fatherhood.
And it's a girl.
Yes. We had a father who was a girl dad. He has 4 kids and all of them are girls. He is the only male in the house. And so we talked through that, and then we had another gentleman who is like me, the father of 4, but all his kids are pretty much grown. His youngest is 16. He has some 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds. His youngest is 16, so he's in the later stages of parenthood where he's parenting adult children. Yeah. And so we just had honest and open dialogue about fatherhood. So family, if you haven't listened to the episode yet, once again, it's entitled Father Knows Best.
Yes.
And for my family who don't realize, that's a throwback to a television show.
It is an old television show.
Oh, Father Knows Best.
Father Knows Best.
Yeah. So I want to get into, because you said you had questions, but one thing I want to do before we get into that, I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. Talking about fathers.
Yeah.
What's your best memory of Pop? You can only choose one.
That's difficult.
Yeah, I know. You can only choose one.
I don't even think I can, babe. I think I'll tell you this. What I not my best memories, but what I miss about him,
right,
is by now he would be calling to tell us what he wants.
Oh, that list. Oh yeah, the whole list. Because by now Pop would have hit us with a whole list, almost like a Christmas list of what he wants for Father's Day.
Absolutely. I think I missed that because I know by now he would have called, and I think he makes up stuff.
He does.
One year he had us go find a meat slicer,
A deli slicer.
Yeah. Then one year he wanted a single shake maker.
A single shake maker. Yeah.
One year he just wanted a whole bunch of white T-shirts.
Yeah, just a bunch of random stuff.
So I think that's the part that I'll miss the most coming up this week is
right.
his phone call.
Got you. That phone caller saying, this is what I want. I don't care what y'all say. You better give me what I want. You ain't got no other choice but to do what I say.
That was nice because I don't think he's ever said it like that.
Yeah, now this is Christian Network.
He used really
colorful
words.
Very colorful language.
Yeah, and you better get what he wants.
Yeah.
But I also always think that he just makes that stuff up. He just sits home and goes like, what can I think of for them to send me this year?
I think a lot of it when it came to Pop, I think most of it, he did make it up. He wanted to see whether or not we do it. I think a lot of it, I'm not saying he didn't want the stuff he asked for because he used it like one time and then packed it away.
And just one time.
Never touched it again.
Okay, what about the meat saver?
The vacuum sealer thing. Yeah, I think he just I don't think he ever used that word.
He gave that to us.
Yeah, we got that.
He said y'all can have this as if it was a gift. We gave that to you 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think a lot of it with Pop, he just wanted to see if we do it.
Yeah, if we would do it.
Yeah, that heart check just to see where our heart was.
Yeah, but because he knew that we would.
Yeah, because Pop was the type of man, he did everything for everybody. Yeah. So he just wanted to see if I asked for something, will you do it for me?
Would you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I can go with that.
So let me ask you, because I know that a lot of times, and even when I was listening to you on last Friday, and we've had these conversations before, and where you talk about your dad and you guys not having a really great relationship. Bobby Lee Crenshaw. And not having a really good relationship.
Right.
But there had to be some good moments. I'm not... Your whole life, there had to be something
I get what
good.
You're saying.
Something good that he contributed, he done, or something that he left you with. He hasn't passed away, but I'm saying something he left you with.
I get what you're saying, and actually, no, I do have some good memories of Bobby Lee. Mm-hmm.
You can't say it like that.
You gotta say
it like you said. Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee.
You gotta be fast.
All one word.
Word.
It's two names, but just one syllable.
The
Bobby
whole
Lee.
family go one word.
Yeah, Bobby Lee. Mm-hmm. I do have some good memories of him, and I don't speak well enough of him. Mm-hmm. I mean, he is what he is. Mm-hmm. As far as the father he is what he is. He did what he knew how to do. I'm grown now. I'm 43 years old. Right. Anyway, I remember my father is brilliant in a lot of different ways, which is amazing because of his upbringing and who he was and who he is. Mm-hmm. But with his hands, his hands are gifted. His hands are blessed by God when it comes to building things, when it comes to creating things. And on the flip side of that, also when it comes to creating music, because my father's a drummer. He is an amazing drummer.
He is actually.
He's an amazing drummer. And I could be wrong, but I don't think he can read sheet music. Mm-hmm. He reminds me of Miles from Drumline. Yeah, he just by ear.
Yeah.
Everything is by ear and by feeling when it comes to him playing. And he's an amazing drummer. And I remember as a child going to hear him play. And him taking us to rehearsals because he always played with someone. Mm-hmm. Typically it was with a church band, but he always played with someone. Mm-hmm. So I remember him taking myself and my little brother, my big brother. I was the little brother. Mm-hmm. When we were small, and taking us with him to rehearsals and just being there and watching him play, right. And just listening to him play and seeing the joy that he had in playing. Right. It was like in that moment, like everything went away from him. It's kind of like the movie Soul that you watched, the Disney movie Soul.
It was really good.
Yeah, family, if you've never seen it, it's actually a good watch.
It is a good watch.
It's not really a kid's movie, even though it's a Disney cartoon.
But it's not. It's adult.
It really is. It really is.
It's really good.
And it's not in a way of like gore or adult, nothing like that. It's just the theme behind it and the thought process behind it and what it makes you think about. But there was a scene when the main character, and I don't remember his name, but Jamie Foxx's character, he's the main lead. And when he was playing his piano. And once he got into it, how everything, the lights went dim and everything just went, and it was just him in his space.
And everybody disappeared.
And the only thing was just him and his music. And that's how my father is. Well, I know he was. I don't know if he still plays like that now, but that's how he was when he played.
Right.
It was just him and his music.
Wow.
And yeah, even to this day, I can hear him playing. He's an excellent drummer.
Right.
But like, those are the memories that I do remember.
Right.
I remember going and watching play and listening to him play, and being at the church and running around with other little kids of the band members, and just being there with him and just listening and helping him put up his drums and helping him break them down. And but yeah,
and saying that's my dad.
Yeah, and saying that's my dad.
That's my dad.
And in that moment being extremely proud that I was Bobby's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my memory.
Yeah, I like that. I think for me, when it comes to Pop, it's like y'all don't understand.
Pop was a work of art, man. Pop was a work of art.
He was this incredible person. He liked his stuff in order.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and don't touch it.
Please
don't touch it.
Don't touch his stuff. He liked bulks of things.
Yeah.
So if he was gonna buy something, I've never known him to buy anything just one.
No.
I don't even think he's ever bought anything less than 10 and up. I think he would probably pass out if he had to buy something less than 10.
Because it's two things with Pop. Pop was about bulk. But Bop was a Pop. Bop. I don't know why I just said Bop. But Pop was about quantity and quality.
Yeah. Oh,
don't bring Pop nothing cheap.
Oh my goodness.
No. Don't bring him nothing cheap. Don't bring him a cheap T-shirt, a cheap pair of socks,
underwear,
nothing. Do not bring him anything cheap because he wasn't wearing it.
No,
because he believed because the one thing about Pop, he believed in spending his money on what he wanted, and he didn't want to have to buy it again. So if I'm buying this because I want it, I need it to last.
So he wants to buy several. Same color.
Yeah,
he ain't flipping no color now.
Nah.
Same color. I remember always, and that kind of went to his grandsons as well. His as he called it, no disrespect, but his Jewish bankroll.
Yeah.
Always. He always had a certain amount of $1 bills that he carried no matter what.
My father's a New Yorker, so you got to deal with terminology.
Yes.
My father's born and bred in Brooklyn.
Yes, and he just always had this bankroll, and it was all these singles, and in the middle of them, you might have got a 20 or a 5 or whatever. Yeah. But the bulk of it was singles. He didn't spend them.
No, he just had them. It was always, oh man.
Just had them.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my Pop story real quick.
I already know what you're gonna do.
And then we can go, because I know you had something you wanted to talk to me about. But I'll never forget. So you gotta understand who Pop was. And whenever you hear me talk about my father, I'm talking about Pop. I'm talking about Joseph Paul Hudson.
Joseph Paul Hudson.
Yeah, that no disrespect to my biologicals, but that is my father. But talking about Joseph Paul Hudson, so you have to understand, beautiful man,
gorgeous,
beautiful man, physically beautiful, emotionally beautiful, personality wise, mentally, he was an overall beautiful man. But he was a man not to be trifled with. So you have to understand, because people would misunderstand. Because first of all, when you looked at Pop physically, you were never sure what his nationality was. He looked Native American, he looked Hispanic, he looked Caucasian. You never knew.
Right.
And then he had these beautiful eyes that changed colors. They were like the ocean. They would be emerald, they would be green, they would be blue, they would be brown. And just depend on how the sun hit them. Had his hair coiffed just right.
Always had his hair waves.
Always waved and coiffed just right.
Just right, y'all.
So, in honesty, any image of a 73 pimp would be Pop. Pretty much. Any image of, let me rephrase that.
Mad at you.
Any image of a light-skinned 73 pimp. There you go.
So silly.
Beautiful man.
He's so silly.
But once again, not a man to be trifled with. So, we go to New York. We go home, visit my father. I got to rent a car. Pop is like, Sammy, I need you to take me somewhere. It's like, Pop, no problem. Let's go. We hop in the car. Pop giving me directions. We turn here, we turn there. We get out. He's like, keep the car running. I'll be right back. I'm like, all right, Pop, no problem. So Pop out, take his little cell phone up these stairs. Pop gone for about 10, 15 minutes. Pop come back down. All right, Sammy, let's go. I'm like, Pop, all right, well, what's going on? He's like, oh, that dude owed me money. I went to get my money. He's like, he's going to get my money. Talking about he wasn't going to get my money. I told him I got my son in the car. You going to get my... I'm like, Pop, what you talking about? So Pop done took me as his backup. So I'm his heavy. So just in case something went wrong, but he ain't even told me
that you was the heavy.
That I was the heavy. That's my favorite Pop moment.
He was amazing.
Yeah, not a man to be trifled with.
This will be 7 years without him.
7 years without him.
7 years without him on Father's Day.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that. It's been 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years too long.
7 years too long. But yeah. But the memories are awesome. I don't feel sad. I still feel some type of way.
Still miss him.
Still miss him, right? And still yearn for him. Still yearn for his phone calls. But because I have so many great memories, and because he shows up in all of our kids one way or another with their attitude or
the trait, the personality,
or something that he has poured into them. So it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay someday. So it's cool. So I'm excited. So listen. Okay.
What you got for me?
So last Friday. You and the guys got together.
Me and the guys got together.
And you did the podcast.
We did the podcast.
Without your wife.
Without my wife.
Not going to talk about it no more.
Beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Can't stand you.
Amazing.
But I listened to a lot of it, but I want to know.
Yes, ma'am.
Thinking quickly. I want to know your thought process when you decide to do that, though. Like, I know it was like, I want to get with men because you strategically picked certain men for a certain reason. What was your thought process behind that? You know, and for you guys to get together.
I wanted to give an avenue for fathers' voices to be heard. Because I think a lot of the time that a father's voice is muted. Because once again, it's because there's a stigma and a stereotype about what a father is, and how a father is not involved, and all a father does is work, and a father's not emotionally available. Father's not there, even if a father not in the home. All these single mothers raising that people forget that fathers do exist,
right?
And people forget that effective fathers exist.
Yeah.
Fathers that love their kids, fathers that sacrifice for their kids, fathers that want to be a part of their kids' life, fathers that want to be a part of the mother's life.
Right.
Every mother ain't a single mother.
Right.
Every child is not raised in a broken home.
Right.
So what I wanted to do was just lend a voice to fathers out there and let family understand, let people understand that fathers are important. Yeah. That fathers do matter. Yeah. That we're out here. Yeah. Right now we may be an endangered species. Right. But we're out here. You know?
Yeah. What for me was kind of interesting was the fact that every father that I heard said basically the same thing but in a different way. And it was like, I want to be the best dad I can. I don't want to mess this up. Yeah. Like for Jordan, he has a girl, she's 10 months, and I could hear it in his heart. Like, I don't want to screw this up. I don't want to screw this up. I don't want to screw her up. I don't want to have her in therapy. Yeah. I don't want to screw this up.
I don't want to be the cause of her pain.
Yeah. And so as I listened to you guys all talk, it was like, I don't want to be the source of my children's pain. Yeah. And that was so blew my mind because me and you talk about it, but to hear other fathers I'm trying my best. I'm trying to make it work for me. And another thing that I heard from you guys too, and I want to touch on that was I love my father. I love my family, but I don't want to do it the way that they did it. Yeah. This is a new way for me to do it.
Yeah. That was big for us as well and not taking anything because once again, with the gentleman I chose, we all come from different backgrounds as well. We had one Jarvis whose father was in the home, but was very volatile. Right. And once you listen to the episode, you'll get more context to that. Right. You had Jordan's father who was in the home. He was an educator. Right. However, the standards that he had for Jordan were if we're honest, unrealistic and unfair at times.
Right.
Where, if Jordan got a 97 on an exam, the father's questioning, where are the other 3 points?
Right.
Why didn't we get why didn't we get the other 3 points?
Right.
And Jordan saying, but I did it. It's an A.
It's an A.
It's still an A.
Right.
Right. And then we had Chris, who is the girl dad, the father of 4 girls, where he grew up in a military father.
Yeah.
He grew up with that military precision father,
right.
where there's no sleeping late, that type of background. And then with me, my father exited my life when I was 4.
Right.
And so we had each individual, background, each individual upbringing.
Right.
And there's things good to take from our fathers.
Right.
And there's things bad.
Right.
But what we want to do is that we don't want to be them.
Yeah.
We don't, as good or as bad as they were, we do not want to raise our kids the way we were raised.
Yeah.
Because we realized that in certain ways how we were raised was wrong. And what I mean by that is not that our parents was wrong. It's just our parents tried to fit a blanket over parenthood. So if there was multiple kids, they tried to parent every kid the same
way. Yeah.
And you can't.
You can't.
You can't parent every kid the same, because every kid is not the same.
Yeah.
Every personality is not the same.
Yeah.
Our kids, for instance,
Lord.
where we have a kid that we got to pretty much burn the house down to get his attention. And then we have our daughter. All I got to do is barely raise my voice.
Yeah.
And she's done.
Right.
So I can't treat and raise her the same way I would raise the rest of them, because each kid is different. So like I said, we just wanted to. I think hopefully that made sense.
Yeah, you.
I feel like I started rambling there for a moment.
No, you were fine. You weren't rambling. It was just that when I heard, I was like, that is so good, because, and it wasn't taking anything away. What I love is you guys weren't taking anything away from the way you were raised or the parents who raised you.
Right.
But what you were saying was that particular style doesn't work for our children and our house. And sometimes, especially if you're close to your family, you can kind of feel guilty about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, well, if I don't do it this way, it's as if I'm saying my mom or my dad was wrong. And that's not necessarily the truth.
Right.
It's just that that worked for you, but you are not raising you. You are now raising your children.
Yeah, you're raising somebody totally different. And what happens is also understanding that times are different. When we were being raised and when we were coming up, times are different, and things that we saw and things that we talked about and things that we had, kids nowadays is something totally different from them.
You want to raise your kids in a way that fits each child, but you don't know that until you find out what child you got.
Yeah, this is true.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I crack up, because I'm like, my mother raised me totally different than she raised my little brother.
Yeah.
My dad handled me totally different than he handled my little brother as well. My brothers were all handled totally different. And the funny part about that is now I understand. See, before I was a little hypocritical about it.
We were.
Very hypocritical about it, especially to my dad, how he did my brother, how he did me. I was very hypocritical about it. But once you get your own children, especially more than one, you begin to see that is not going to work for every child.
Yeah, it's kind of, and I when I say this, I know it's strange, but it's kind of like running a corporation where you have the HR department, and they set the HR policy.
Right.
But if anybody's ever been in HR or read an HR, actually take the time to read an HR manual, you will see that a lot of things in there are very gray. There's no finite. There's certain things are finite. No sexual harassment.
Right.
No physical. No assault. You can't assault your coworker.
Right.
But pretty much everything else is gray area. That's parenting.
Yeah.
Because yes, you set the policy and the procedures for how you want in your house. Of course, you have to set a foundation. You have to set ground rules. You have to set boundaries. Those are things you have to do.
Right.
However, within that, it's a lot of gray.
Yeah.
Because once again, just because little Timmy responds to a certain type of, shall I say, external force. Does
I like the word.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that little Jimmy is going to respond in that same way.
Exactly.
But what happens is we try to have little Jimmy and little Timmy react the exact same way to our parenting when they're not, and then we get frustrated. Because that's what happened with me growing up. That my parents, my biologicals, they only knew one way of doing it.
Right.
And even though my brother and I were two totally different people, and my sisters and I were totally different people, they tried to parent us all the same way.
It wasn't going to work.
And it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work at all.
And the one thing we touched on is parents understanding, because you change your parenting style for your children, that does not lessen your power.
Exactly.
It doesn't take away who you are. It doesn't undercut you as a parent.
Right.
It doesn't take away your authority.
Right.
It actually means that you're being more of an effective parent.
Yeah. And you're attentive.
And you're attentive because you're understanding the basic concept of everything doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Case in point, who I was growing up, my mother could not send me to my room. That whole concept of sending you to your room, you grounded, go to your room. My mother couldn't do that. The reason she couldn't do that, I was too creative. So she would take the TV, she would take my toys, and she'd send me to my room. I found stuff to occupy myself. I had a ball in that room. I'm flipping. I'm in a circus. I'm doing acrobats off the bed. I'm doing headstands.
She did you a favor.
To the point, she just mad at me, go outside. You having too much fun on punishment, go outside.
Wow.
And I'm mad because she's sending me outside because I'm having too much fun.
Yeah.
But my brother, though, you couldn't do that to my brother. Because my brother was the type of person, he loved being out.
Right.
He loved being on the go.
Right.
So putting him in a room
and
making him stay there, that killed him. But me, I had ball. I had all kind of fun. My pillow, we had all kind of fun. Not like that. Get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out the gutter.
So here's a question.
Talk to me.
What was one of your aha moments while you were there with the guys? Like, what was like an aha, like, oof. One
of my aha moments, it wasn't necessarily something that was said. It was more so just a general concept. And here's what I mean by that. Jordan, a young white father. Jarvis, older, middle, he's not older. I think me and Jarvis about the same
older
age.
children.
Older children. Black father. Cain, black father. Me, black father. So we got these different dynamics. Yeah. So we got different racial dynamics. We got different social economical dynamics. Right. We got different upbringings. Right. But there was a common goal. We all wanted to be the best father we could be.
Yeah.
And that was my aha moment.
Yeah.
It was the fact that no matter what your upbringing is, no matter what your excuse may be, each one of them chose to be a great father. And because they made that choice to be a great father, they're all on the road of being great fathers. And their kids love them and adore them for just who they are.
Just who they are. I think for me, one of my aha moments is that no matter, because y'all all were different time frames as far as raising your children.
Right.
But one thing that I realized that all of you guys was like, I'm still learning. I'm still trying.
Yeah.
Even with you and Jarvis, you have older kids. Like, I'm still learning my kids. I'm still trying. I'm still trying to be present. I'm still trying to be available. I'm still trying to be a listening ear. And that was amazing. And that's from having a little baby from Jordan saying, I'm trying to listen and see what she want. Yeah. When she crying, I'm like, well, what?
I'm just on the floor with her. I'm just on the floor.
What you need to, Jarvis, the older one's calling him, or his 16-year-old, and he going, how can I help you? What can I do? How can I be open and available to you?
Yeah.
The same thing with Chris, because he does the 10 and 10, which I thought was amazing.
Oh man, I love that concept.
Tell them about the concept, because I was like, Chris.
Yeah. So family, once again, if you have not listened to
Please
Father
listen.
Knows Best, go back and listen to it. But Chris Kane, amazing father, amazing man. Once again, he has 4 daughters, all of them about 2 years apart. So, and they all love their father. Mm-hmm. And what he found is that they all wanted a piece of him. But of course, you can't be everything to everybody at one time. So what Chris did was he did what he calls a 10 at 10.
That's so amazing.
So all his girls, their bedtime is roughly around 10:30. Mm-hmm. He has a little older kids, so roughly around 10:30. Yeah. So what he does is each one has a night. Mm-hmm. So there's a Monday, there's a Tuesday, there's a Wednesday, there's a Thursday. Mm-hmm. And at 10 o'clock on your night, it's just him and his daughter. And they sit down for 10 minutes. So from 10 to 10:10, and they talk about whatever she wants to talk about. whatever that particular child at that time wants to talk about, whether it's their day, whether it's a problem they were having, whether it's ice cream, nothing is off the table. Nothing is frivolous. And he goes into it with no judgment. He tells them that you won't get in trouble for what you're telling me. I won't judge you. You know, we may have to talk through some things, but you don't have to worry. You'll never come out feel like you've been attacked or you're being judged or I think any different of you. This gives them the time to open up, and whatever they want to talk about with their dad, he gives them 10 minutes to just regurgitate whatever they want to. And he said when he first started doing it, he noticed they were a little hesitant. But once again, being a great father starts with consistency. He was consistent with it. So he gave them their 10, and he says now it's to the point where, you know, they're taking notes now because it's so much they want to talk to him about that they don't get everything in those 10 minutes. So they take notes so that next time around, they can finish up what they were doing, what they were talking about. And I just love that concept.
Absolutely amazing. I was like, that was so good, because here's the thing that when Jordan said, I get on the floor, I'm like, what is going on? And Chris is doing 10 and 10, and you're calling the kids like, I love you guys, y'all okay? I'm just checking in. And then Jarvis is like, my kids call me, I'm available, you need me to come pick you up, whatever. And what I realized from that is that the kids realize that with dad, they're safe. And that's important for a child to understand and know that with my daddy, I am safe. I don't think that people understand. I mean, some people understand, especially girl children, how important it is to feel safe and know that if anything go down, my dad got me. Even with the boys, like our boys know something go down, they're gonna call Sanchez. He is on his way. What happened? No. What's going on? What you need? I'm listening. You know,
we'll work it out later.
We'll work it out later. And so that's the thing that I got from Friday, was that you guys, that fathers who are doing what they need to do and doing the best that they can, that they need to understand that their presence alone is letting their children know that they are safe and they are protected. And that's huge.
We're not perfect. This is not about being a perfect parent.
No.
There's no such thing as an earthly perfect parent. That's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is be a better version each day
of yourself,
of ourselves, is what we're trying to do.
Absolutely.
And understand it. And for some reason, I feel the need to say this, and I don't know, but I'm gonna say it. And it does not take away from you as a mother. So please,
absolutely,
if you feel that way,
I'm excited for you to take over.
Please understand that a father being a father to his child, to his daughter, to his son, does not take your place, does not take away from who you are as a mother, does not take away from your love, your nurturing, your caring. It does not mean that your child loves their one parent more than the other. It has nothing to do with that. But every child needs that balance. There are certain, and look, I'm going to be honest, and you may agree or disagree, and I'll be honest, I don't care.
Thanks for that. Thanks, Preach.
I'm talking to you and the family. But there are aspects that a mother cannot teach her child.
Oh, absolutely.
Just the same, there are aspects that a father cannot teach their child.
Absolutely.
It has to be a combination of both.
Yeah, it has to be a balance.
And whether that's you're together or not, whether you're in the same home, you're not in the same home, you're in a relationship, you're not in a relationship, it doesn't matter.
Still need it.
They still need that balance of both their parents. Because there are things that a mother cannot teach her daughter. There are things that only a father can teach his daughter.
And make her understand when it comes to the male aspect.
And just life in general sometimes. And the same fraction on that, there are things that a mother can only teach her son that a father can't teach him. That education, that learning has to come from their mother.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's some education and some learning that has to come from a father.
Yeah.
So I said all that to say this. Family, if you're in a situation right now where you're at odds for whatever reason, whether it be because the relationship didn't work out, whether somebody cheated, whatever it is, come together on that common ground of race. Okay, back up for a moment, because I always got to do a caveat.
I was going to say back up.
Yeah. As long as it's safe.
Safe, right.
As long as it's safe.
Right.
I'm not talking about if they're abusive.
Yeah.
No. I'm not talking about that at all. I know some people will make some calls. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
If they're abusive, if their physical well-being is in danger, totally different. Goes without saying, take that off the table. But if it's just a situation where
you guys don't get along,
you guys just don't get along,
be in the same room.
They want to be a part of their child's life. They're doing the best they can. It may not be perfect, but they're doing the best they can to be a part of their child's life. Yes, they make mistakes. Yes, they falter. And I'm talking about men and women when I say this. Yes, they falter, but they're doing the best they can to be a part. You don't be the hindrance. Yeah. You don't be the roadblock. Because whether you want to admit it or not, because I understand you're hurt. I understand that it didn't go the way you wanted it to. I understand that you had different plans. But sometimes our plans don't work out the way we want them to. Yeah. Doesn't mean that the child has to suffer. Yeah. So just keep it in mind that you don't be the hindrance, because there's a lot of fathers who want to be fathers to their kids, that they're struggling with it every day, and they're tired of the fight. They're tired of the battle. And for those fathers, I'm going to say, don't give up. Keep fighting.
Keep fighting for your babies.
Keep fighting for them. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how much you cry at night that nobody knows. I don't care how many times your heart gets broken. Your child is worth it. Stay in the fight.
And again, reminding everybody that, again, we're talking about the whole month of June is Father's Day. So we're not disregarding the mother. That's not what we're saying. But right now, we're talking about the dads. And it's important, guys. It is so important. It's so funny because with our little grandson, he's only, he's 13 months.
13
months. 14 months. Almost 14 months.
He a year. I just do it at years. I don't do it on months.
The doctor likes to do months.
He's a year.
But the craziest thing is when he sees his father.
Yeah.
When he comes from school and he see his father come pick him up, it's so funny because he's like a whole different human being. Yeah. Just to see his father come through the door and say Prince, because he calls him Prince, or if he got his back turned and his dad say Prince, it's like, oh my goodness, my dad is in the building.
And it's
incredible.
It's an amazing thing to watch.
That it's so incredible.
Baby.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we've extended our moment once again.
That was your fault from the beginning.
Not my fault. You started this whole thing.
That in the beginning, and so we didn't even get to do what we needed to do.
Whatever, man. So, babe, do you have a final thought for the family?
Yeah, I have a final thought for you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for being the man that you are to your children, to being the father and the friend that you are to your children. Thank you. That they know that you're present, that they know that you're available to them, that they can call you for anything. I think one of the funniest things just recently, our middle son, because, Sanchez is everything to the kids, like everything. You'll see why I'm saying that. So he calls him and he goes, "Hey, I'm coming to bring my car to the house. I need you to drive it." Just like, what? So he come in the house, he dropped the keys down. He was like, my car sound funny, so I need you to get in it and I need you to drive and tell me what's wrong with my car. I'm not a mechanic.
I'm not a mechanic. Never have been.
So
never even played one on TV.
Right, but in his mind, Sanchez knew what to do about his car. Like he couldn't fathom that he didn't have the information or he didn't know. He knew that if he asked him that he was going to take care of it. So Sanchez got in the car. He heard the car. He parked the car. He went to AutoZone. Did a little bit of YouTube and trying to figure out what was going on with his son's car, and told his son what was wrong with his car. And he was like, "See, that's what I'm talking about." So it's a fact. It's the little things that the kids feel so good knowing that you're available to them, and they just really believe that you know everything. So thank you for that, because I know this is a little bit morbid, but I have to say it. If I close my eyes today, right, I know that my kids will be okay. And these are grown adults, so I understand that, but I know that our children would be okay if I close my eyes today. And that's because of you and what you bring to this family and how you handle and take care of this family. So my final thoughts are to say thank you to you. I love you so much.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Thank you so much for what you do.
Me. I appreciate that, baby. Thank you very much. My final thought is going to be actually a really simple one. And it's going to be...
Kill me always. It's just simple.
No, it really is. And it's going to be to the dads. And it's just simply, Stay in the fight.
Stay in the fight.
Stay in the fight.
Stay in the fight.
Whether you are with the mother or not with the mother, stay in the fight. Stay in the fight to be present. Stay in the fight to be a part.
Yes.
Stay in the fight to be effective. Stay in the fight to be balanced. Just stay in the fight.
Stay in the fight.
It's hard being a father.
Yeah.
Once again, not taking anything away from mothers, but right now just talking about dads.
Yeah.
It's hard being a dad. It's hard being an effective dad. It's hard, especially when everybody's telling you that you don't matter.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Yeah.
But fathers, just stay in the fight. With family.
Family.
Yeah, we thank you. This was supposed to be a moment.
It was.
We actually wasn't supposed to be in the one about 30 minutes before you, but it never works out that way.
Because it's in chairs in the beginning.
Whatever. But family, we thank you for listening.
Thank you,
However you're listening, whether it's
guys.
iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Play, whether it's Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. As always, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials.
Yes.
We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, all in the
Yes.
Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And as always, family, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.